Recently, there has been a frequent outbreak of influenza. Please pay attention to personal protection, reduce entry into public places, avoid unnecessary gatherings, and keep warm. Han Qingxia, are you even listening to me? Han Qingxia, staring at the TV news, suddenly jolted, incredulously looking at everything in front of her. In the large, old-fashioned living room of over 30 square meters, sat a group of middle-aged men and women on the worn-out mahogany sofa. In the center was a fat old lady in her 60s or 70s with gray hair. At this moment, the old lady was glaring angrily at Han Qingxia, her flabby facial muscles twitching up and down. Han Qingxia looked at the scene before her. Wasn't this the half-month before the apocalypse, when her good grandma, good stepmother came to force her out of her house? Han Qingxia, since your mom passed away, your stepmom has always treated you like her own child. Everyone praises her goodness. Now your brother is getting married and needs to borrow your house. What's your problem with that? You're just an ungrateful wolf in sheep's clothing. Mom, Qingxia isn't an ungrateful wolf. She will definitely be grateful. Sitting beside her, the chubby woman hypocritically tried to smooth things over. Humph. The fat old lady snorted coldly. Hurry up and vacate the house. Your brother said your house has been rented out for too long, the stuff is too worn out, and without some new furniture, he can't get married. You can reimburse him for the money later. He's your brother. When he gets married, as his sister, you should contribute something. Han Qingxia, standing among the group, suddenly burst into laughter upon hearing this. They wanted her house and expected her to buy new furniture too. This was just too ridiculous. Even more ridiculous was that in her past life, she actually did it. In her previous life, her mom had passed away in a car accident when she was 14. Not long after, her stepmother married in with a son. Her stepmother seemed to do an excellent job on the surface, being exceptionally attentive to Han Qingxia. At that time, Qingxia was in her rebellious phase, prickly and defensive to everyone, yet secretly longing for familial warmth. Li Lin's kindness and understanding really confused her. She supported everything without questioning, making Han Qingxia truly regard her as a mother at one point. She was willing to give them everything good. Later on, even the only house her mother left her, she hesitated for only a moment before agreeing to give it to them. But after the apocalypse arrived, she was abandoned by them more than once. Later, in order to get onto a rescue vehicle, they even kicked her away to buy themselves time to escape. Han Qingxia finally understood what false pretenses meant. What family meant. From start to finish, she was just meat and blood on their plates. Once she lost her usefulness, she was kicked away. None of these people treated her as a true family member. She really wanted to slap her past self across the face. Bang! In front of them, Han Qingxia threw several bags of cheap fruit from the old tea table into the trash can, then sat down in front of them. Han Qingxia, what are you doing? These imported apples were specially bought for you by my mom. She said you love apples the most. How could you throw them away? A young person sitting on the short sofa playing with their phone immediately scolded. Han Qingxia sneered. She loved apples the most? How come she didn't even know that herself? She gave her good brother a cold look. Do you have the qualifications to discuss the house with me? Right now, Han Qingxia stared at him with icy eyes, and Han Ying inexplicably trembled in his heart, unable to